Hi there, good evening. Today I'm going to talk about dividing chores. So let's get started. After married, after getting married, I and my wife get divided chores between us. So, for example, so cleaning up the bathroom is my chores, and washing a toilet and my wife's chores, and then washing the sink is my task, and washing the bath basin is my wife's work. So, and this division is very good for us because the task is, I think, they are even for between us. And for and speaking of the my son's kindergarten, I take him to the kindergarten in the morning is my task, and picking up him from the kindergarten in the evening is my wife's task. So I think that is very good division too. So that's why I and my wife have not any mm, uncomfortable or any uh, any irritation between the about the task. So that's why we are very satisfied with the division for now. But actually, of course, I and my wife make many chores efficient because we both of us have a lot of tasks to do as a work and as a study. For example, my wife is now studying English for a long time because she uses English as a work, and for me, I have to study English or accounting or programming and any more and more. So that's why I have to save a lot of time about the time of the chores. So, for example, I and my wife purchased some like a bento in the evening for dinner, and and then sometimes I use the specialist of the clean my room to and paying the some money to save time, and we use the time which is saved by the money. We spend a good time with my son. For example, we go to the lunch or we go to the dinner, and sometimes we go to travel with my son because I and my wife decided to give him a lot of good experience when he was a child, and we believe that it will the it will be the good education for him, and we want to him to get the skill or power to thinking about something, and I want to him have a lot of interest a lot of interest to many things, for example, natural things or artificial things, for example, the train or the forest or the something like that. And I have found that my son sometimes reads some books because I didn't know that fact. He can read hiragana very well, and of course some books for children was written in hiragana, so that's why I think he have become able to read some books with for children because it is very written very easy Japanese and nowadays he he has become able to read some words and some sentence. I think that that is the improvement of his listening skill about the sentence and well, also of course he is now 3 years old, so that's why he is more interactive than when he was more small. So, and I and my wife can communicate with him very naturally, and I think I feel that it is the adult communication between us. So now we are very enjoy we are very we now are very enjoying the seeing his improvement of talking skill. And actually some people are against that, but I think the YouTube is a little bit good help for him to master Japanese or something to speak because recently he watches some video which is for the adult people, which is for the adult people, and the video is used by the 動物の森 and which is created some common people, ordinary people, which is not the plural. But actually, the video is very good, very very great to learn a lot of words, and because the character in the video talk natural speed and they use many words which is not for children but for adult people because for example recently I heard that my son used the senken no me the expectation which is the very difficult Japanese I think so but he used it naturally and I was very surprised at the hearing that and and also he watched the video about the trains and the video train is not for children and but for ordinary people and adult people who love trains, so that's why the word or jargon is very difficult, of course, which I have ever seen, I have ever heard in daily life. So, but actually, he learned a lot of difficult train words and train name. So he also talk about the series name of the train, so which is very difficult to learn because they are just the series of the number. So that's why I can't memorize such a random the random number of the train, but my son easily it memorizes them very much, and sometimes he used the series name of the train, and when he sees the train, and he said, for example, that is the series 300 300 of save line, but actually I can't distinguish the train so fast so quickly, and my son sometimes scolded me why didn't know such a name and such a series name, but actually why not? I can't understand. I can't understand, and I can't distinguish the trains series so quickly. and that's why I think it is depends on the people, but depends on the parents. But I have a positive opinion about the children's watching a YouTube video randomly. So, but in the future, I will prevent him from watching the videos for a long time. But I think it is very good training for him to stop watching YouTube by him own by his own. So because it will help him more patient. It will help him to learn the patience. So and it is very important skill for when he will grow up when he will grow up because the skill is most important, I think. So for example, he has to stop something enjoyable and have to study or training a difficult skill or difficult subject. So that's why I want to him get such a skill as soon as possible. So that's why I now allow him to watch the YouTube, and the only restriction is uh, make him stop the watching YouTube video and just to put the button of the stop. That's all.